Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing great. This is so crazy with the YouTube app. It's just that's why I have always trouble getting online. I mean, getting live stream with through my phone because the app is just so messed up. Many people have that same problem. In any case, I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my brand new subscribers. How are you? I am so happy that you're here. In this video, I wanted to discuss three things. I want to discuss the bullying strategy, the bullying tactic of the defense attorney of Donna Adelson in the Dan Markel Donna Adelson trial, right? Dan Markel obviously was brutally murdered, and now the trial is about Donna Adelson from the Adelson family. But I also want to talk about two things very briefly. We'll go over two things that really jumped out at me, and I was thinking, like, what is this? But more importantly, because we are doing here not a trial analysis, not any kind of true crime, whatever, that's not my channel is all about. And I want to discuss if you look into the behavior of that defense attorney of Donna Adelson, and that in the society, I know people like that, and how it affects the society, how it affects people, and for whom these strategies will work and for whom this strategy will not work. This type of bullying tactic, when we also think about the jury, right? So let's discuss this bullying tactic, who will get affected by these bullying tactics and who will not be affected. This is so important to understand when we also go about our lives and we run into these type of bullies. And that's why I focus about self-empowerment, because certain types of two groups of people, one group of people will be affected by it and one group of people absolutely not. So 50-50. So we will see at the end of this video which category maybe you are belonging to. You need to let me know in the comments, okay? But before we get started, I'm seeing that many of you watching my videos, thank you so much for that, but I see really like a few likes comparing to when we do the analysis of the percentage of the views versus the likes. It's really not that great. So please hit that like button when you watch my videos, and if you haven't already, subscribe, because we do a lot of analysis here, and also because there's currently an Italian festival right now, and I'm a festival freak, so I love festivals. I love street festivals, always have in any country. And so now they're just great music, super dance music. We are waiting for this every year. This is the hundreds of that particular Italian festival. And tomorrow, so just because of this, give me a like, because I'm here instead of dancing in the festival. I'm here with you, so hit the like button, okay? And also tomorrow I will not be doing any lives, because at the Italian festival, our cancer organization will have a booth there. I'm very happy about that. So fingers crossed that our mission to the United Nations this month will accomplish our fundraiser in that event. If you also want to donate to our mission to United Nations for the voice of cancer patients, please donate as well. You can donate on our cancer channel, on our cancer website, cancer@institute.org/donate, and we will be really grateful. You can see when you go to our website, cancer@institute.org/donate, you will see our mission to the United Nations, so that we can we have 5 amendments that we are pushing forward for the voices of cancer patients. So if you would like to contribute to that, please donate. I appreciate that. So hit the like button for me. If you donate on my channel, you're welcome to do that as well. So, you know, become a member, or this super chats, whatever it is. So you can do that as well, so that I can bring you many more new videos and have a better system here, so that we don't get interrupted with my technology. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So before I will talk about the bullying tactic, the bullying behavior of any person, not particularly just this type of defense attorney, but for the defense attorney, what two things she said was really, jumped out, or maybe three things. So one is that she really, at the beginning of her closing arguments, she literally threw Wendy under the bus. I mean, I think Donna is really so angry at Wendy. Absolutely. I mean, this makes sense, right? Because if she has her entire life of Wendy controlled her, then every step that she controlled, now, because that she is now free and Donna is not, that makes her angry, because not only that she has no control over her, but also because her entire controlling backfired on her. So she's mad at all angles, and she's really mad at Ayguen. So basically, even though she claims that she's this protective mother, throwing Wendy under the bus, like everyone is doing, right? We talk about this, and Georgia said it perfectly. Finger pointing, right? We talked about this in our 2 videos before. This finger pointing is the typical narcissistic trait. When a narcissist is cornered, yes, this is true. Narcissists can be cornered, and when they do that, that's why I say their monstrous personality comes out if they feel threatened, if they feel cornered, and then you see their real faces, right? And when that happens, as I mentioned literally yesterday, that pharmacist, right? When that pharmacist or any narcissist is literally cornered, has no other way to go, then they start to lie like a firecracker, okay? They lie and non-stop lie, a pathological liar, non-stop lies over lies at you. You're like, are you crazy? What you are even talking about, right? So not only they will lie, but they point finger at other people. This is so typical for a narcissistic personality disorder, or people with narcissistic tendencies. They do this throwing back at you or throwing at other people, because a narcissist can never be the problem. It's always the other people are the problem. At this point, it doesn't matter if this is your son, right? Because she threw Charlie under the bus, wanted to flee the country immediately, and Charlie is now backfiring and saying with, I'm not giving my lawyer, you find your own lawyer, start from scratch, I don't care, right? He didn't even testify. So everyone is now throwing everybody under the bus. This is so typical narcissistic traits. And now because Wendy immediately, in the first few times of that entire 6 hours interrogation, she threw immediately Charlie under the bus. She threw right after that, immediately she threw her family, her parents under the bus. Now Donna in the very few minutes into the closing arguments, is throwing Wendy, pointing at finger at Wendy and throwing Wendy under the bus. Unreal, like unreal. I couldn't believe I heard that. So I don't know what Wendy would even think right now, because she's really on the hot seat. This trial was all about Wendy. All fingers were pointing at Wendy. And in the closing argument, even with that hint of Wendy, that was nuts, okay? That's number one. Then attacking Rob Adelson, the oldest son. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, how more people can you throw under the bus? Now, like, poo-pooing now Rob? What has Rob to do with anything? So it's really crazy how she is now pointing fingers at everybody. Now, then the other thing that I couldn't believe that I heard, that was towards the end, the very end, when she talked about vacations, and she literally said what their witnesses said, that no, this was vacation. This was not a one-way ticket fleeing the country. This was a vacation. And then she says, no, our witnesses were wrong. That wasn't even a vacation. That was because she was suicidal, that she had to clear her mind. Dude, you made it even worse. Like, what? I couldn't believe I heard that. I couldn't believe I heard that she made that point even worse. Like, number one, why is she suicidal? That's right there, consciousness of guilt, correct? And they were claiming that she was suicidal because Charlie would go to jail. No, we are not that dumb. It's because of her own that she is feared that she will get caught. That's why she was suicidal. And that's why, and then she claimed that that's why she wanted to clear her mind. Clear her mind about what? Because her entire stress, right, which Donna admitted in all the text messages, etc., and emails, that she's absolutely exhausted, that she's so tired of all of this. Because you are actively involved in everything. Like, I couldn't believe I heard that. Now, let's talk about the final point that I want to make about the bullying tactic, the bullying strategy. And after that, I will discuss in the society how people, bullying people, whom they can affect and whom they cannot affect. And that goes back to the jury. So the bullying tactic, so she was absolutely, I hated her attitude. Just because her attitude, I believe that many jury didn't, or people in the courtroom wouldn't even liked her. She was not likable. She was actually bullying. And she throws people on the bus, the way she throw dirt under at people. I mean, I don't want to say understand, but I hate it when lawyers do this type of dirty tactics, meaning like throwing smear, making smear campaign, throwing at dirt, playing dirty. I hate that type of lawyers. I mean, just be factual, because you know you are losing. Then they started to, that's how you can understand when you start, then they know they have no strategy. Again, she showed there were no strategy. She was literally very logically said in the contra argument Georgia said, they are literally throwing spaghetti on the at the wall and see what sticks, right? Creating reasonable doubt, which is the whole point. But I mean, we are not dumb, right? And so not only because that playing dirty tactics is not really ideal if you want to be appealing to people and make a point. This way, you only make it worse because people will hate you, right? People will hate you. People will not, even if they would want to believe, that the psychology of that is, I don't even want to believe you because you are just, ugh, right? The way you throw dirt at people, the way you talk, it's just this, it really is not likable and not trustworthy. It doesn't, it screams untrustworthy, and you would not want that. But for some people who would, this strategy will work is when you have low self-esteem. What do I mean by that? So who can affect narcissists, right? Narcissists can affect people with low self-esteem. And that's why we are focusing on self-empowerment, right? In my Sunday lives at 10 a.m. Eastern every week for years, because I want people to understand that nobody, if you don't need a shield or whatever the heck, you need knowledge and you need high self-esteem, meaning being empowered, right? And if these two combo, you will win all the time. And of course, as you know, as I keep saying it, we have to live by the principles of truth, honesty, and integrity at all times. Combine these, there's no chance you will lose at anything in life. Zero. Not also on this earth, but also heavenly. Justice on earth, justice from the heavens, which you can learn all about my 3-step blueprint for getting your justice back. Justice on earth and justice from the heavens on my website, draygenshahin.com/courses. You will learn this tactic for life. I apply it now consciously. I used to apply it unconsciously, and now I realize, wait a minute, this really works, and this became my blueprint. Now I really actively using this blueprint whenever I get attacked unfairly by narcissists, vicious narcissists. As you know by now, my entire life I've been attacked by vicious narcissists. Or as I mentioned yesterday, by the vicious narcissist who's a pathological liar. In any case, so if you have low self-esteem, these bullying tactics work very well. Particularly, let's say you can see these type of people in politics too, or in the society, people in the cult, or in really radical religious people. I see this a lot. I see this a lot with radical religious people. They like talk like that and bully you, right? Or the narcissist, obviously, they'll talk over you. And those are these bullying tactics, or just like, and as you could tell, the only person who has no strength in anything they say, they would scream, they would yell. If you know what you are doing, you know what you're talking about, if you have high self-esteem, you don't need to raise even your voice. Look at Georgia. She was so powerful, while her tone was so monotonous, so quiet, almost make people like brain fog, right? But everybody paid attention. Why? Because she gives this strength. She displays the strength, the knowledge, like she and high self-esteem. She knows what she is talking about. Every person will pay attention to every single word that comes out of Georgia's mouth, because she gives this attitude, this demeanor that I don't give a crap. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. So I don't even have to yell. I don't have to scream. Here's the data. And she goes structured, and everyone, and this is, she has established that. And everyone pays attention, even though her monotonous speech make everybody sleep, but nobody was sleeping. Because that's how you create this type of strength when you also give a public speech. But when you start from the scratch, like, right? Then immediately for the person who has high self-esteem, it's absolute like, yeah, no, because don't scream at me. I'm not dumb. So people who are really have lack of knowledge, this type of strategy will work, because it's like this combo of anxiety. And if that person has a childhood when the parents were screaming at them, or when they have like this bullying siblings, or any type of adults who were screaming and yelling to make people or make their children do something, then this would immediately will work, because then it goes into anxiety from that past, from that childhood, like, okay, I have to pay attention because that person is yelling at me, right? So that comes from that. But if you, even though your parents as a child would scream at you, or your siblings bullied at you, if you as an adult have self-esteem, high self-esteem, and you know stuff, and you're not done to analyze all the everything you heard, all the witnesses, and all the proof of everything that's been said, you say, just stop it. Don't yell at me. I mean, you don't have to scream. I just give me the info. I have the brains to analyze it. So back off, lady, right? And that's the type of two people who she can and who she can't influence. And that's what she's counting on. That one person who has maybe low self-esteem as an adult, and really pays attention because of this anger, like this anxiety, right? Maybe unsolved issues from the childhood, like, okay, I have to pay attention, like, okay, because she's empowering, right? This bullying, the suppression, maybe that person was bullied but has still low self-esteem as an adult. If there's one person who is believing that crap what she's talking about, and overseeing all of the evidences, then this is exactly what she's trying to accomplish. And that's why I keep focusing on having high self-esteem, having being self-empowered, so that, and knowledgeable, right? Question everything you hear, you see, you read, so that you can be the strong person in any given situation. You will always do the right thing and will win, right? So, and that is what I am seeing here. So let's hope and pray that the jury is smart. But I think really Georgia has accomplished a lot of things, and I do hope that the jury could see through that this bullying tactic cannot work for people who are have high self-esteem, have brain who they can work with, and see what they see what they and not see just what they want to see, right? And that goes back to also having, you know, knowledge, using the brain, and also having high self-esteem and being empowered that way. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, give a like, subscribe, and I will see you on Sunday live at 10 a.m. Eastern, where we talk about our own self-empowerment for the week, right? How can we win the week, right? And so in the meantime, I will post for September personalized videos for each one of you on my Ko-fi store, ko-fi.com/Dr. Ayguen/shop. And in the meantime, I will post videos over there. There are already 2 videos, and for September, personalized for you, so that you can be self-empowered. That video is just for you. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you on Sunday live and then the next videos. Bye-bye.